welcome to Bella Barista. My name is Esther and today I'm going to be talking to you about my favorite topic, water. So we're going to try and keep it nice and brief, and we're going to do various different series on this. And so today we just want to focus on bottled water and how to choose the right bottled water for your machine at home. So you may have heard that tap water is not always the best solution to put into your espresso machine. And so we have a lot of people that go out and just buy bottled water from the shelf and put it in their machine without actually checking whether the water is suitable for their machine. So we wanted to take you through today what to look for on the labels before you go buying bottled water for your machine to use at home. So why is water so important? It's kind of a topic that we see flying around all the time, but the Specialty Coffee Association has a water guideline to help you understand the best water, not only to help you brew the best coffee, but also to protect your machine. So it's really important to look at two different things. The first thing is the pH of the water. Now, if we have water that has an extremely high pH, then it's going to cause a lot of alkalinity and then a development of lime scale on your machine inside. And over time, as the lime scale builds up, much like it would in your kettle at home, maybe with your tap water, it will start to build the residue on the inside and it will start to damage and make your machine less efficient. So you might find yourself having to descale it regularly, or you might find yourself having to have the machine serviced often as parts are breaking due to being damaged by the lime scale. Now, if you have water, on the other hand, that has got too low a pH, it means the water is very, very acidic. And now that can cause corrosion on the inside of your machine as it reacts with the metals, and it can cause little pinholes to form, and then your boiler can essentially explode, which is again not a problem that you want to deal with at home. So the SCA recommends you have a pH between 6 and 8 to make sure that your coffee is well extracted and also your machine is safe. Now, the other thing we're going to look at is the parts per million total dissolved solids, or it can be called the total dry residue, which is often listed on the water bottle itself. And this means how many minerals there are once the water is all boiled and evaporated away, what is left behind. Now, why is this important? So there's a couple of reasons why it's really important to look at this. The first one is if your mineral content is too low on the scale, so the SCA recommends between 150 and 175. If you find that your water is below this, then it means that there's not enough minerals in the water for the coffee to actually attach itself to or bond with when you're extracting and dissolving the coffee from the bean. So this is going to leave you with a really sour and probably under-extracted flavour in your coffee, and that's literally just because it's got nothing to dissolve and attach itself to. Now, if you have a really, really high TDS or ppm or total dry residue, then it means that you've got too many minerals in the water itself taking up room, so your coffee has nothing to attach itself to and there's no room for it to go anywhere. It's already too full. So in this case, you're going to have coffee that is going to be really chalky and heavy in mouthfeel, but will also taste a little bit sour and under-extracted. And so between 150 and 175 ppm, total dry residue, total dissolved solids, will guarantee that you have a good optimum extraction as long as that is within the pH of 6 to 8. So here I've been to Tesco and I have bought all the bottled waters I could find, and I have inspected all of them for two things: the total dry residue and the pH. And now of all of these, I have found that only two actually really fitted within the SCA guidelines that we just explained to you. So these two here were a bit below. Their pH was okay, but the total dry residue was below 150, I think 130 and 120. Now, when we got to here, all of these had a total dry residue of above 200. I think it started about 210 here with the Nestle, and then it got more and more as we go along. Now, if you look at Evian, for example, which is everybody's favorite bottled water. Well, not everybody, but it's very popular. And I think a lot of people might just go to the supermarket and pick it up and think this is good quality water, very healthy, I'll put it in my machine. But if you look at the composition, the dry residue is 345 milligrams per litre. So this is way above, over double what is recommended for the mineral content for your water. So actually it would make your coffee taste extremely chalky and it wouldn't be a very nice brew. So definitely don't use Evian in your espresso machine, or even to brew water by hand if you were doing like a pour over. These two here were exactly within the remit, so I'm going to show you what to look for on the back of this one. So if you see here, we've got a pH of 8, and we said we wanted it between 6 and 8, and then we have a dry residue of 168. So that would be perfect for us to brew our coffee on at home or put inside our machine. Now, if I was really at a push here, I would choose to use a lower mineral content over something higher, just because it will be better for my machine and it will have a good pH on it. However, if I was really being picky, I would just go for these two here, the Highland Spring or the Aqua. And my normal favorite that I recommend to everybody is Tesco Ashbeck. Unfortunately, it wasn't on the shelf this morning, and I've heard that rumors that might have been discontinued, so I might have to find a new favorite. But if you see Tesco Ashbeck, that's my recommendation. So if you guys want to go away, have a look in your supermarket, see what water you find. You can taste the difference yourself if you want to play around and brew with it. But tell us your favorites, what do you recommend, and which ones in the supermarket did you find that fit the SCA water protocol standards. And next time we're going to go away and look at tap water and what the best filter to put on your tap water would be, so that you can again protect the life of your espresso machine and also brew the best coffee that is possible. So make sure you subscribe, and we will see you next week.